Konnichiwa Mina. Hello everybody. In this video, I want to do something completely different. I want to do a video about what if the Straw Hats were Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists, and what decks would they play? So I just decided to just, like I was thinking about what video to do next, and I just thought to do this video, so I think this will be fun. So basically, I'm going to name all the Straw Hats, and I'm just going to say, what deck do I see them play? Like, based off their personality, or their background, whatever. So, we have to start off with the Pirate Captain, Luffy. The guy who wants to be king of the pirates. If Luffy was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he was a Yu-Gi-Oh duelist, I can definitely see Luffy playing tunes. Because he is just such a funny guy, very quirky, and just an all-around funny guy, and tunes. The Toon deck with like Toon Dark Magician, Toon Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Toon Mermaid, Toon World. I could definitely see Luffy playing that deck, just because it's a very just quirky deck, and Luffy is a quirky character. Then next, Nami. Nami was very difficult to think about because Nami is basically a navigator, and there really is no archetype. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is no archetype that focuses on like navigation and compasses and things like that, and maps and things like that. So I picked for her Necturias. And the reason why I picked Necturias for her is because basically Necturias is basically like a fruit-based archetype, and Nami has a tangerine bush that Bellamir, that Bellamir used to have. So I just thought of Necturias for Nami because of the tangerines and stuff in honor of Bellamir. Then we can go with Brooke. So Brooke, I can definitely see Brooke playing Skull Servants because it is basically a skull deck, basically. So using Skull Servants and King of the Skull Servants and things like that, I could definitely see him maining a Skull Servant deck. Zoro was pretty easy. 6 samurais. That's definitely an obvious answer. So even though Zoro is not a samurai, he wants to be the world's greatest swordsman, but he's not a samurai, which maybe his parents is, I don't know. But I definitely picked 6 samurais for him because of the katanas, because of the Japanese influence. So that's pretty easy for Zoro. 6 samurais. Chopper, it was very difficult to pick a deck for Chopper because there is no like doctor-ish kind of decks as far as like artwork goes. So I went back with Chopper really likes cotton candy. That's like one of his favorite things to eat. So I picked for him the amusement archetype because it's basically a circus themed deck with an amusement park. You have Ferris wheels, you have like roller coasters and bumper cars, and you have like arcade games and cotton candy and things like that. So I can definitely see Chopper wielding the amazement deck, just for the simple fact that he loves cotton candy, and I could definitely see Chopper being like an amusement park kind of reindeer. Like I can see him like eating all the food at the concession stand, going on roller coasters, Ferris wheels, bumper cars, things like that. So that's what I picked the deck for him, the amazement deck. For Robin, hers was kind of difficult too, because Robin is a very smart woman. She's all about knowledge. She's super smart. She used to live in O'Hara until the Marines burned it down. I would have to say for Robin, I picked spell books. I picked spell books for her because she definitely likes to read. Reading is her thing, which so am I. I love to read. So definitely spell books. I definitely picked spell books for her. Sanji, he's a cook. He's a chef. I can definitely see him with Madolche as the deck that I picked for him. And the reason why I picked that for him is because it's all about sweets and pastries and things like that. And I could definitely see Sanji wielding that kind of deck. And then, of course, it has cute girls. You know how Sanji is with the girls. He really likes his girls, his women, for sure. And he also likes to cook. And basically, Madolche's is basically just sweet pastries and cute girls. So, yeah, that's definitely a win-win for Sanji for sure. So that's what I picked for Sanji. I picked Madolche. I'm trying to think of another character. I guess Jinbei. Jinbei just joined the crew. So Jinbei was pretty easy. Pretty easy because he's basically a fishman. He does fishman karate and things like that. So I can definitely see Jinbei with a couple different decks. Pretty much any water deck that you can think of, I can definitely see Jinbei wielding. I could definitely see him wielding Aqua Actresses. I could definitely see him wielding the legendary Fisherman deck. I could definitely see him wielding Mermails. Pretty much any water deck you can think of. So the ones that I can think of off the top of my head is Mermails, Aqua Actresses, Legendary Fisherman, definitely for sure. So decks like that. So Jinbei was pretty easy. And of course, I know this person is not in the Straw Hat crew, but she was in the Straw Hat crew for quite a bit, especially in the Alabasta arc. So we're going to put Vivi in this, even though she's not part of the Straw Hat crew anymore, but she was with the Straw Hats for like the entirety of the Alabasta arc. So what I see for Vivi, since she is the princess of Alabasta, and I could not find any sand base kind of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Correct me if I'm wrong, there's so many archetypes, but I could definitely see Vivi wielding the Princessin deck. The Princessin with the glass slippers, the pumpkin carriage, that particular deck. I can't remember the name of that. The Golden Castle of Strongberg. I can definitely see Vivi wielding that kind of deck, just because she is the queen of Alabasta, and I could definitely see Vivi wielding basically a Disney deck. That's essentially what that deck is. You know, Cinderella, obviously, the pumpkin carriage, the glass slippers. Obviously, they're using Cinderella references, but for copyright reasons, they had to change it and stuff. So I could definitely see that for Vivi, that particular deck. And I'm trying to think of Frankie. Frankie, we can't forget about Frankie. I almost forgot about him. Frankie, since he's like a robot. So no, he's not a robot. He's a cyborg. I'm sorry, he's a cyborg. And I don't think there is no cyborg based kind of decks. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I don't think there is any. But I guess the next best thing would have to be robots, I guess. So I could definitely see Frankie using Morphtronics with Power Tool Dragon and like the Cellphon, like the deck that Leo uses in 5D. I could definitely see Frankie wielding that kind of deck, just a Morphtronic deck. Since he did kind of morph in the series between like part 1 and part 2, sort of, kind of. like a costume change, I guess. I guess if that's how you want to say it. But yeah, I would definitely say Morphtronics. Robots, even though Frankie's not a robot, but I don't think there's any cyborg decks out there. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Because like I said before, there's so many archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't keep track of them all. But I think that is all of the Straw Hats. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting any, but let me know in the comments if I'm forgetting a Straw Hat. But I think that is all the Straw Hats that I could think of. But yeah, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think. And also leave a comment down below. If the Straw Hats were Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists, which deck would they wield? I would love to know. Yeah, please. Let's join the fun. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all next time. Mata ne! Bye, everyone.